understanding, going around in the media, embarrassing people that may have not even committed these offenses. Because we also appreciate, my colleague said, talked of syndicated corruption. It is obvious that these cows are too powerful because they have godparents above. And we all know one godparent who is a permanent secretary. So I think that should be handled. Now, we have also had people ask questions that the ministers have gone around claiming to arrest, but we do not see anyone being produced in court. Can they maybe take a minute and explain, give us a narrative, a chronology of one officer that they arrested and the progress of the prosecution? Otherwise, we are disturbing the country, we are even wasting precious time, and we are becoming more corrupt. The minister is corrupt, all of us are corrupt, because instead of doing the right thing at the right time, we are doing the right thing at the wrong time.
Honorable, you are making a very brave accusation against me.
Oh, I withdraw.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Because if you had insisted that he's corrupt, I was going to tell people to arrest him and even tell the president to interdict him in our new style of doing things. Thank you, colleagues.
One, many of the villages I've been going to, I find young people drinking at 7 a.m., at 8 a.m. This has led, one, to laziness, two, to increasing crime rate. So I've written a copy in pigeonhole of each member of parliament, and I've sent to the district to start or to make ordinances or bylaws to implement in respective districts on what time they want their people to drink. I feel it is important that people participate in productivity in the morning, then in the afternoon they have lunch, they go and drink. On the weekend they can drink as much as they want. I don't have a problem with that. I thank you.
Now, Mr. Minister, you are talking.
Thank you very much.
When you say that the districts should come up with ordinances,
yes.
And the district to benchmark is Gulu, because they already have that law.
Very good.
Gulu, Banti, Walaji, Obuvela, whatever, you can't take that mess there in Gulu. So they are good at, you can benchmark them, but you can still also bring a law here in Parliament.
The law that was brought, I remember, in 2023,
I attempted it, I failed because I was a private member. Salo Penda attempted it, she failed because she was a private member. It's high time you people in the government bring a law, full law on alcohol once and for all.
I've shared it and I'm doing consultation. The law, the policy or the law to be presented will be based on consultation. I met a cabinet of Malwa drinkers in Chiyandong on my way over the weekend. They gave their views. I think you have seen their views. So I'll continue consulting the stakeholders.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Mr. Minister, thank you.
The facilitation. I've told Mr. Kumumanya, the PS, that the politeness president has told you several times. In Chankwanz, he told you no more politeness. You either do your job as a PS to tell your people that they are coming for you, or we shall go for them. How many cows have you interdicted so far? Is there anyone interdicted without a reason? Are others not waking up? So we should stop being polite on these things. Everyone should do his work. Why should a cow spend 1 billion without supervising a road, the road they worked on? Honorable members and committee members, in Ibulambuli, which is a mountainous area, the president has provided government has provided 1 million per family. People who are doing PDM. In Ibulambuli, I think they have now received close to 18 billion under PDM. These are mountainous places where farmers go to the mountain to work. So to bring their harvest, they must use those maram roads. I give you money to go and put maram. You bring ready loam soil, pour it on the road. Then a minister, good enough, I asked Honorable Simon Mulonge, fellow minister from Bugisu, accompany him to the inspection. As we are moving on the hill, his shoe remains in the mud. So I asked him, so Honorable, is this your maram? How your maram works? The mud to hold the shoelace. I said, now to hold your soul. I said, now I think now you know what has brought me here. Then the engineer said, that is maram. I said, okay, Honorable Freddy Yamukama, can you give me some engineers? A team comes from Kampala. Take lab samples at 5 spots. Bring to a laboratory. 0% of maram. And you will see that case when it goes to court. They will say the man has no case. They will tell him go home. And the fact will continue. Interdiction is 6 months. So the system of interdicting officers for 6 months, I don't think it will work. So what we are going to do, since you are the back of local government, I will propose to you very soon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We are going to change the law. And we make simpler decision making. If court is failing us, if the prosecutors are failing us, let us do a disciplinary committee in a given district. They gave you money to build 3 classrooms, you built 1. We do, Local Government Amendment Act. We put those things. We should hold meetings in the parishes or in the village where crime has been committed. and we call a committee. We budgeted as government to build 3 classrooms. This money built 1. The other money is not accounted for. What do we do for him? Sir, did you do it? Did you receive the money? Yes. So what do you want us to do? Forgive me. No. No job. Go away. You have children, Honorable Chireke, who have graduated. They are jobless because nobody knew them. Because nobody has connected them. Because they don't want to sleep with the service commission. They don't have 20 million to buy a job. So this district service commission is another problem. Another nightmare. Another nightmare. And members, this one, support me, we fight it. Service commission, they have mastered it. They have someone they call the service commission secretary who manages the finances. And then you touch them, they run to equal opportunity. Equal opportunity, there is someone there in equal opportunity who listens to them all the time and he gives them breathing space. That time has also come to an end. So, Honorable Chair and the committee members, our move is to stop the wound from becoming a cancer. It will be done in that formula we are doing it. We are not using, like I want to inform you members of parliament, Honorable Kumumanya didn't have a budget for public address system. But when Minister where is going, the people are welcoming him. He didn't have budget for monitoring barazas, those barazas you are seeing. So I thought maybe I would also go and maybe use a small public address system in their council hall to speak to a few people. But when you enter council hall, before you leave, like from Barara you have seen and all these other places, Maracha, people are waiting, people are annoyed, people they ate their bridge money, people they ate their school, people are paying school fees, more money than they were paying before UPE was introduced. In a government school in Uganda, they are charging 100,000 for primary school. But don't we have all these people in place? It's UPE. In Mbale, Mpoma Secondary. Mbale Mpoma Secondary, Honorable Chair. The secondary government of Uganda gives it 150 million. Another one, Mbale High, they are getting about 300 million per year. We have paid 28 teachers. In another one, you have given 56 teachers. They are charging parents 300 without food for a day scholar. So what we are doing is for the good of the common man. Mutua Wansi. Thank you very much, Chair.
The day he was arrested in Mora for PDM. After that, he was transferred to Nakapriprit. He was just removed last year. So the same mentality is still ongoing. Go ahead.
What I can say is that we are using the existing system. That as long as somebody has not been charged in court, we don't.
There are 2 problems here. One, that you are renewing a contract of someone who has retired more than once. 2, that you are not even transferring him.
I said there are only 7 who have been in places for more than 3 years, and we are basing on what.
Tell the minister that
what the member was saying, assessment was showing that some of those are stable performing districts. But now reality has come out.
Stable?
So Uganda, I'm saying Uganda is one of those. Right?
What is that? Let's go slow. What is that? You said that it is a minute. You said that you are not transferring them because those were stable districts. Do we have such a category of
no stable? Just on two factors: no conflicts, and the assessment results were putting them high. If somebody is delivering, you cannot remove your best player just for that. But now, what is coming up is assessment has been challenged.
Okay.
As a variable.
Chair.
And then for then just on contract.
Just listen. Those men should leave. Advertise the jobs, get young people, or get competent people to do the job. How come when General Kiding clocks 65, he's a very nice man, he's told to retire? And however good General Katumba is, they are retiring. All these good generals are retiring next week. So let us not change the law for a few. The same districts which performs as number 3, the MP has told you it is pathetic, it's rotten. So they know how to play their games. With the Auditor General, with the IGG, they know how to play. So let them go.
What I can say which confirms the minister's statement is that the issue of contracts, post-retirement contracts, has been removed.
No, your minister is only telling you to do the right thing.
You have to act.
Mr. PS, listen, Mr. PS. The minister has been kind to you. He was only telling you to rectify a bad situation. But for me, I'm saying that you should be held liable. For those 7, you should be investigated over those 7 cows. You have not been transferring them, and you have created a category of saying that if a district is stable and well performing, we don't. Yet the policy is that ever after a certain period, the cow must move, because transfer is not a punishment. It's just a method, a policy that was brought to break the chain so that somebody could not make a place his home. So now you have created a certain category of cows who are not transferable because they are reported, the districts are reported to be stable. Now you must account for that. The minister was being kind to you by saying rectify it, but for me, I'm saying that you ought to give an explanation. And when you bring your written explanation to the committee, this committee will make a resolution on that matter. Go ahead.
Chair, information. So is it that we are waiting?
She knows how to bribe #1 position as best performing. When I went to Sinjiro, Usmid project, the road 5.7 billion, the road was mismanaged. As I speak now, Minister of Works engineer and the forensic, they are doing forensic audit for the project and so many other things where she has been involved. Now I told the PS, you remember what I told you? These people whom you think they are clean, they could be the worst. So you keeping someone in 12 years in one position is a risk. So we should not allow our cows to be in a district for over 3 years because they go in the same sauna, the same poco joint, the same Uber with these people of the district who are on the local, who are appointed by local government by the district service commission.
And they bully our politicians.
They bully the politicians.
How many chairmen have I seen? You'll also leave me here.
No, they do it. You see, Honorable Taiwa, the right honorable, it can be on record. Those people, the technical people of the district, it keeps complaining about them. Then they say, but he's always busy. We shall work on the ground. We shall work on the ground.
If people can bully,
if you bully a
speaker, you whole speak of parliament.
You see, they started a school, a primary school in his constituency. A primary school without students, getting books, getting capitation grant, and they have teachers. In that district called Bitoma.
Kiraka, you cited that district of the well-performing cow for our visit next week. Ndapsa.
Members, I'm just going to quickly the days you have given me because the points are very many. I will prepare a written submission if you allow, my honorable chair.
Allowed. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Do you have anything to, as we close?
Men and women who have come to accompany him. I'm so surprised that the way we are talking is as if we didn't know that these things were happening. When some of us who have come to this parliament for the first time, we are down there in the community. We knew about this faking of the list of the pupils in school. We knew about all this that was happening, these ghost projects. But I'm so surprised and I feel so sad when I have very competent people, I presume, like you, to help our people account for the monies that we have there. Did we just know today that there are schools which are government PTA schools and people were paying money? Are we just knowing today? What have we done about that, my people? If you go to my constituency, it's one of the poorest in the country. And parents are being asked to pay. It's so sad. And we have UPE. We have your people in. I think you get your salaries every month. It's very sad.
Thank you. Honorable Boaz, I think let's move quickly. My sister seems to be personal.
Thank you, Chair. Mwesco Mathias Ruwamu is my name, MP Ruwamu District. I want to move straight to the PS. I've had a chance of working with the local government for the last 5 years. And the corruption we are dealing with is syndicated corruption. At one point, we had our cows permanent on station. Now we have them transferable, which I think has reduced the number of cows being implicated.
And we have, for your information, we changed the policy because originally cows were employees of districts. We changed it up to policy and gave the PS powers over these cows so that he could transfer, even punish, because they said at the district these are politicians, they cannot be able to supervise these cows. We changed the policy and gave him powers over those cows. So
yes, so I'm picking from the same chair. The masterminders of corruption at the district are the heads of department. Why can't we have the heads of department also transferable to break the corruption chain? Because you find the DHO is working with the engineer, is working with the procurement officer. They are the ones to look for the contractor. The engineer is the one to do BO choose. Now the DHO is the one to select which facility to work on. Why can't we have the heads of department? Since we pay them now, they revise their payments. Since we have them well paid, why can't we have them transferable so that we break this chain? That is one. Number two,
it's up to us here,
please,
to change the policy.
So number two,
because is it transferring a punishment? Really?
No, we need to break the chain. We need to break the chain. We need to break the corruption chain, because it starts from one department, crosses to another department, because they are all feeding from the same source. So if we have the RDCs, the cows transferable and so on, let's have heads of departments all transferable. Number two is on the system. The local government has the system they use to run all the transaction. When you go to local government, you already hear that I've uploaded the transaction in the system. You will not know the politician, the heads, the political heads. They cannot know what has been approved. They cannot know when the release is done. They cannot know basically what is going on. What is the problem in the heads of the political heads getting access to the system? We have all the people are educated. They are at least computer literate. Why can't we also heads and political heads? We have secretaries of department. Why can't the secretary of social service get access to the department, to the system, and know so much has been released or so much has been uploaded to the system than hearing from the beneficiary who are the technical staff? Number 3, we need to protect. We need to protect our minister. We want to congratulate our ministers for the work well done. But you can see he's already having a challenge. He interdicts and people still remain working. He orders for arrest. Later on, they are released on bail. And this committee, Bwana Chair, on induction, you are told we have powers of high court. How can we help the minister to have these cases put in record and these people are punished? I thank you.
Thank you so much. Once and goes directed to PS, there is a statement which always these technical staff, technical people always say that for them they are governed by public service standing order. That even though the ministers or politicians will bang the table, we have no voice on them. So how are you ready to come in as the head of the department to help the politicians so that we can have a country which is corrupt free? Another thing, there is this challenge of transfers. You are saying it's good. Actually, may I call it you transfer problems. You find someone has a problem in Rampara district, tomorrow you transfer that person to Mukono. I don't think that you have solved the problem. Before you transfer someone, before you go into transfers, I would request if you can first assess, analyze, then you will see how you can handle the challenge as you transfer that person to another station. Then another thing, finally, Bwana Chair, there is a challenge. This one it's a concern which I want to raise before the minister. Yes, you've been raising an alarm on poor performance, especially in health centers and schools. But we have also a serious problem down there. We have what we call understaffing. We have few workers. You find the health center is entitled to be having 60 workers, but it has only 2 people. You don't expect those 2 people to serve to the best. So I would request if we can, through you, Chair, if the PS can see how they can raise the wages and we fulfill those challenges we have in our district. Thank you so much.
The PS can propose, but that is done here.
For responding, but I also need to thank each one of you, the honorable colleagues, MPs, and the committee, and the chairperson and the vice chairperson for your big contribution. PDM is a very big issue. The other day, the president told me to go to Pakwach. Good enough, the racket of Pakwach, we have identified them and they are hunting for them. 4 arrested. I went to Maracha on a complaint by a member of parliament of Maracha, Honorable Uhuru. Those ones, we have arrested 10 of them. You see, they had in Pakwach, there is a coordinator who collects 2.5 million from every circle. And he says this is to manage the upper section. The upper section is where? At the district. I don't think at the ministry. So that man is called the Babangina. So he's on the run. But we have got his phone and we shall get him. So PDM is Shema. I'm coming to Shema. I'm coming to Shenyi. I will go to Amuria. Amuria, you raised the issue of roads. That some roads contracts made in Kampala. I will notify the minister of the different ministries like agriculture who are making roads. They should involve us and our engineers should supervise. Otherwise, they should not put the blame on the local government where contracts are signed in Kampala. Implementation is done in the district. In one of the irrigation dam in Isingiro, which has a pump which doesn't work, made by Nexus Green, the person was given a contract in Kampala, went to implement in a village to supply irrigation water to 3 villages, to supplying to 1 farm. So when I asked the district people who supervised this, when that contractor came from Kampala, they could not share they could not share their drawings. I went to Masaka district, in her district. I found a city school under construction. Contract was signed by Minister of Education in Kampala. I asked them, show me where is the pitch, where is this? But these are 2.83 billion shilling projects. So the mistakes that have been in local government, we shall fix them. We shall fix them as a team. Then, regarding the LC1 election, Honorable Nameere has been assigned to work closely with all members of parliament, district leadership, with the commissioner, Susan. She will handle the training, induction of all chairpersons, councillors. That is now her department. Let her do it. Because once we have smart local leaders, monitoring becomes easier. We unblock, let the leaders know their right. They have a right to information of how much they are spending and what they are meant to spend. Then I will maybe give a chance to the Minister of State to say a word.
Before through you, Chair, through Chair, Mr. Honorable Minister, we request at least you do something on these other DCs. What are they doing in the districts really?
No, the other DCs are under a different ministry, please. Let's allow the Committee on Presidency.
Honorable Chair, what we can ask today, Right Honorable Taiba said that we have a whole house. I prefer you raise it up, and the Minister of Presidents should provide an answer.
Yes.
Where there is corruption and their work is the official oversight role they are not doing, what are they still doing in the system?
Because you see, other DCs are the representatives of the President, and that is handled by the Committee on Presidency. The ministers given an opportunity to his junior to address, which I think is good. The news people had sneaked into something here. Kindly, Honorable Chair, inquire for us from the Honorable Balam what happened to earlier programs you had with your state minister. These days, why are you moving separately?
Just like you know, the committee members and the journalists, we have a very, very big nation, so many departments. We need a minister to remain in parliament. Their matters are raising every day in parliament. We need now, we have those files, 5,000, which have never been presented to parliament. That should be done. We need, she's a member of parliament. And then also driving, cutting costs, having 2 teams heading to Maracha, 2 ministers, 2 convoys. I think that is the taxpayers' waste. We need to have also the cost implication of the trip of 2 ministers on the same journey. And then the first month was more of orientation to my sister, who has just become a minister. So I wanted to orient her, and now she can do these other roles. And now she's going to handle LC1, councillors, LC5 induction. I want to thank Parliament for appropriating 12 billion shilling towards that. So let her handle that, because we need to have a system, not only monitoring what is happening, but also training people who should monitor when we are not there.
Exactly, like we are also planning to do this here because of the backlog. We have talked to the speaker, and he has allowed us to split this committee into 2, where my deputy will be heading one and I will be heading the other, so that we can move faster. The other time we are going for a benchmarking trip, and I wanted to move with my deputy. The speaker said no, the deputy should stay in parliament. So it's not. It's normal. It's not because of a conflict. So next time, don't see me not moving together with my deputy and they say we have a conflict. State Minister, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and honorable members of the committee. My senior minister, Honorable Balam, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to say something. First of all, I don't want to be the devil's advocate here, but Madam Chair, I want to, as somebody that has also been on ground and been observant, in the spirit of decentralization, we have to ask ourselves a very serious question. What was the intention of local governments? Why did the makers of the laws of local governments get up and come up with decentralization policies? Honestly speaking, we might blame a PS, we might blame a minister, we may even blame a president. But in decentralization, people naturally or policy-wise are not even supposed to be micromanaged. In fact, he risks a lot in terms of laws if he directly micromanages. People are supposed to be on ground and do the right thing. And Madam Chair, I need to inform you that they have just refused to do the right thing. It's not because maybe there's a former bad minister, a former bad people have refused to do what they're supposed to do. And that's why sometimes we are inclined to use bulldozing methods that are very unfortunate, but somehow it looks like they're the ones that are working. You get to an area, there are 6 transformers that are down for 3 months, for 2 months, for 6 weeks. People are crying, merchandise is perished all over the shops. You tell
without listening, because for me, many times I'm being accused to, she didn't listen to the explanation. What explanation? So you just tell the person in charge of UEDCL that, you know what, by Monday end of business, I want those transformers up. As they're explaining, you're like, no, I don't want to hear it. And magically, Monday before end of business, the transformers are up. So why don't people want to do what they're supposed to do without bulldozing? It is something that we need to ask ourselves. It's a reality that we need to together check ourselves as this country.
Musila, not Musila. Musila, yes. Sorry. You can as well address me.
I'm learning.
Ranstaman, and I'm giving testimony. Honorable Chair.
Briefly.
Yeah, very briefly and very fast and condensed. Honorable Balam was in my district on the 15th. That's why I want to appraise and rather give testimony to the fellow members. Honorable Balam, thank you for coming. Number two, if I were to award marks on this fight on corruption, I would certainly give you 80% and above, possibly. And thank you so much. Let alone the few gaps here and there, which we must correct as we go along. I belong to the NRM, Madam Chair. This is what we did as cadres sometime 20, 30 years ago, which these younger people are doing now. To the point, one, the arrogance of our civil service can only be referred to a book I read in O-level while doing literature. And it is by Gogo, called The Government Inspector. I wish to say, all of you read it and you will see the rot we have, by the way, in this country. People doing things with impunity. They don't care. They don't care at all. Madam Chair, Honorable Balam was in Magare, ACS, and it is me who broke to him.
The question
yeah, let me give this background first, you know.
Sure.
As an old man.
Honorable.
I know. Just within 2 minutes I will have finished.
I'll be giving you 1 minute.
Okay then. Now, what you did in St. John's College Magare, you have left me in trouble with those officers. You saw, Honorable Balam, that you are on LOC 5 when you demanded from me to give evidence over 1, 2, 3 things. He came to blows with me if you say your security was not there. But he did not end there. He waylaid me at my vehicle. Those are the dangers we have. Now, very lastly.
Did you report to police?
Yeah,
you should.
I have okay. done that. I've done that. Lastly, even Jesus, at least his underpant was left. Otherwise, the Rasaman would have dangled in the streets of Jerusalem, and that would have been bad. So the mode of arrest as well, you know, these are officers, you know, they cannot run away. Friends have talked about it, but let it be with integrity. Somehow arrest them, fine, but not in the manner. That's what the advice I would get. Very, very lastly, my OB is my younger than Miss Lightly. My OB Kumumanya, he has interdicted people, including in my district now 6. How to implement some of them are in the office. You instructed 6 to be interdicted. Are you aware that some are in office still? With interdiction, but in the office. Check with Mr. Dekao Romongin. I think this one is an eyesore. I just don't know where you got him from and gave him to us. He's an eyesore, by the way.
Honorable, now
I want to submit and also apologize that I have another committee, Madam Chair.
No, we are not letting you to go.
Yeah.
You cannot come here, consume the time, and then run away. That's not how Rastafarians behave.